Petruccelli, and it is time for energy, spirit, and healing, or energy, healing, and spirit talk. I'll get it right. We're talking about all of those things. How are you, wherever you are? And thankfully, it is beautiful and sunny here in Little Newark, Delaware, USA. And I do want to send out some love to my friends in the UK. I have many friends over there in the UK and clients. And at this time of mourning the transition of your queen, I just want to let you know that the USA is thinking of you and sending lots of love your way. So, how has everyone's mood been? Now that we are in Mercury in retrograde, and it's a really tough one because it's the third one this year. We have one more at the end of the year. And what does that mean? It's all about communication. It's all about how that universal energy is making us feel. So some of the effects that you might be experiencing, okay? Miscommunication and arguments, difficulty expressing yourself, overly emotional or sensitive to criticism, overly critical of yourself. Watch out for traffic delays, minor accidents, revisiting old traumas, anxiousness, nervousness, clumsy, frustrating, struggling to complete tasks, mental health and mental clarity issues, and sleeping, being tired. So I just want to tell you that this is normal. You know, you don't have to run right to the doctor unless you have other things going on. But yeah, this is a time to think before you speak. Make sure if you're signing anything legal that you are thinking, reading everything 2 and 3 times, that you are crossing your T's and dotting your I's on anything legal, and just get through it till the end of October 3rd, and then there'll be a little bit of a shadow. Okay? All right. So I understand that we have Eileen in Philly. Hey, Eileen. We are not far
apart.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great. What part of Philly do you live?
I live in outside of Philly in Phoenixville.
Oh, yeah. You're about an hour from me. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. So do you have a question for me, or would you like to connect with someone on the other side?
It would be great to connect with someone on the other side if they show up.
Well, let's go direct and ask them. Who do you want to talk to?
I want to talk to my dad, John.
Okay. Dad, John. Dad, John. Okay, so I do have a male energy coming through. He comes through as, I want to say, a man's man, you know, like but kind of traditional, with a great sense of humor. This man is, I'm going to say, average height, little extra bulky, and he had dark hair. He may have been thinning towards the end or balding towards the end, and at one time may have had facial hair. Do you recognize this gentleman?
He never had facial hair, and he wasn't really bulky, but everything else I recognize.
Okay. He doesn't show me as thin, is why I said, and I see like a mustache, not a lot of facial hair. So that may have been at a time, or maybe he decided to grow one at this point. What he does through energetically, that's what he showed me physically. Energetically, he comes through as like just a really nice guy, and a guy's guy, if you understand what I mean, meaning traditional. Yep. He liked to take care of people, liked to take care of the family. But he also makes me feel that he was not, like not misogynistic. Like he was traditional, but if mom wanted to work outside the home or girls wanted to be in a male dominated, I mean, he did not put people in boxes. Can I say that?
Right.
Did not put people in, personality or traditional boxes, but he comes off as a really nice guy, really wanting to make people happy. He's not showing me how he passed. He's not showing me what he did for a living. But do you understand a connection to horses for him or you, please?
So, not to him, but more so my father-in-law. So I'm wondering if it's my father-in-law that is coming.
Well, they may be coming in together. Sometimes they'll show different pictures. So the way I work is I see pictures, movies, videos. I hear things in my head. Sometimes it comes in my mouth or in my head, out of my mouth. So I have to interpret all of these signs and symbols. So if you can associate horses with your father-in-law, this is his way of getting me to say something you would recognize, to be able to associate with him, to let you know he's also here with you. And they didn't even have to know each other. Now, when I say horses, did he have something to do with racing?
He liked to bet on the horses.
Okay, perfect, because he's shown me a horse track. So that's definitely his way of letting you know that he's also with you, okay? And he talks about the two boys. So is your husband one of two, or do you have two boys, please?
No, my husband it's just him and the sister, no boys.
No other boys. Okay.
No.
I felt it was like two boys. He may have been just referring to his two children. So would you understand him to be more outgoing or more boisterous than your father?
No, my father was definitely more boisterous.
Well, it's amazing because your father is stepping back and letting him have his say, letting him say hello. And it may very well be he's just being a gentleman and letting him come in and say hello to you, let you know that he is around you. So, John, we want to talk.
Maybe because we still have his wife here, like my mother-in-law.
That he would definitely want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, they like to let you know that they're here, and sometimes they come through. Sometimes the first person that you want to talk to lets them get it out of the way, so that they can have the final say with Dad. But I feel that this is a lot because of Dad's his personality of being a gentleman, being considerate. I love Dad's personality. That's with you. And right now he's just making me feel his personality as like the really kind of guy that you want to know. And would he have been, do you understand him being like very pro Philly or pro where he's from? And is there also a Pittsburgh connection?
Not Pittsburgh. No, but he was very like pro hometown. You know what I mean? Like, this is where he lived. He was involved in everything. He was very ingrained in like everything he could get his hands on, like as a volunteer.
Okay, and that is how he makes me feel. But you want to know how he showed me that? He held up like a beer glass of Yingling. So Yingling's Philly, but he wasn't showing me exactly sports, but the way he made me feel was that, very, very home team, very involved in where he lived and in his community, kind of like it's okay if the football team is losing or whatever, or my candidate lost, it doesn't matter. I'm going to support my neighborhood, my area. He comes in that way. He also tells me to congratulate you. So he doesn't show me exactly what. So it makes me feel like there's something that you're celebrating right now, or just did or coming up, and he wants to congratulate you. Do you understand that?
I do. My daughter is going to get married in less than 2 months.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what he thinks about that. Oh, it's so funny.
They both might be fighting about talking.
I'm sorry?
They both might be fighting about talking about my daughter.
exactly, their granddaughter, which is probably why they both want to make sure that they make themselves known. But Dad put his arms up like this, like, yeah, we're checking this guy out. And I feel like that may have your dad would have done is kind of trying to be funny,
Uh-huh.
to make sure he doesn't make me feel that there's any caution. Well, like tell
Oh,
her to
that's
run.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, but he makes me feel that he said, I will be there, leave a chair for me, and make sure to include me in a toast.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and who's the gentleman in the wheelchair, please?
Hmm.
Was Dad in a wheelchair or father in law at the end?
No. Mm-mm.
Is there someone here in a wheelchair?
That's in a wheelchair? No.
Yeah. I'm seeing a man in a wheelchair, and I don't exactly know where he's coming from, what he's doing. He may be at the wedding, could be at the wedding as a guest. I don't know the
Okay.
symbolism of that. If we had a longer appointment, I would probably be able to better tune into that. But
Right.
yeah, lots of congratulations. Also, your daughter's gown, does she have a piece of yours or your mother-in-law's or mother's? She has a piece of someone else's gown in hers?
It's not a piece of their gown, but she has something from my dad's mom. Like, so my grandmother's.
Okay,
Um,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, he's telling me that to tell you he's aware of that. And this is just a little
Okay.
something to let him know that he's involved in your life, that even though physically he's left, energetically they are still there. They do still see everything. And he's showing me kind of like putting his hand on your head like at night and letting you know that I don't know if that's something he did when you were a child, but that he's with you, to remind you of a sweet time, like at nighttime, night stories or whatever. But yeah, so he's aware of that piece of family history going into the gown. And I want to thank you for your time and wish you a beautiful wedding in a few months.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
Thank
so
you for
welcome.
everything. That was wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you same time, same place next week.